Well, hello again. Another time to process some thoughts while taking a break. So, today I had an amazing talk with one of my friends, Kathy. Kathy, if you're listening to this, thank you so much. Okay, let's rip this. I know now which one is the right side, and it's actually the one which is more smooth. So that will be this side, which is convenient, so it rolls a little bit better. My thoughts today will be around, circling around finding yourself. Haven't come up with something better. It's about the moment when you're niching down, when you're wanting to find a new niche, when you want to reorient. Maybe you're moving from your day job to becoming an entrepreneur. Maybe you've been an entrepreneur but you want to pivot because there have been changes in your life which you want to accommodate. I don't know, maybe you've been moving, maybe your family grew, maybe, I don't know, you just got bored with whatever you've been doing and you you actually feel like you lost the spark, or whatever you've been doing doesn't bring you joy anymore. Maybe you're struggling and you feel like you're at a plateau, either concerning your own personal growth, maybe your finances. It just doesn't feel like flowing anymore. It just doesn't feel like it's easy anymore. I think that's what I want to ponder upon today a little bit. And let me show you this. I left some Sumi ink here and they dried. I don't think you can reuse this because once it dries and you can't you can't, it's not soluble, and it's soluble. Is soluble the right word? Water soluble? So you can't mix it with water to make it back to become ink. I don't know, but that's interesting to me. I'll discard it. So then I was wondering, okay, I actually have been at that crossroads several times. And also big thank you to Stefan, because he also helped me to ponder upon my newfound perspective, which I gained with Kathy, a little bit more to understand myself even a little bit more. And he even went as far as predicting what I should do next. Finally, he said, well, now probably I should shake this, but anyhow, you probably will write another About Me page, right? Because every time when I had a new idea and I thought I have a new path, of course I got the impulse to rewrite my About Me page. And this time I can actually say, well, I don't have to rewrite it because I've written it already with this or from that perspective. I don't know, have you been there, done that? That you, I don't know, maybe a completely different example, that you went shopping and you went from one place to the other and you've spent your entire morning, if not day, trying to find this perfect pair of shoes for a wedding, only to arrive back at the very first one where you've been and these are the shoes or the dress or whatever. you decided to pick up. Oh, not enough water. I read up a little bit on this, using this Sumi ink thing, but apparently I need to practice way more. So this is what happens to me actually several times. Still not enough. That I thought I found something new, I had a new spark, just to realize, oh, I've been there. Actually, more stories about myself. You know, when you go out and you want to treat yourself with something nice, because you've been working so hard and you put in a lot of effort, you just feel like you deserve it. So you go out, in my case, go out to find some more makeup, and I start to look at the things and find them really nice, and I check out different styles, and then finally I make my decision to pick one, and I take it home. I'm so excited that I have that one, only to find in my tray that I have exactly that one already. And that didn't happen to me only with makeup, but also with actually suits, jackets. So I'm still practicing these strokes, just in case you're wondering what this is going to be. Is that going to be anything? It's going to be just practice. So I bought a new suit jacket, and I thought, man, this is cool. Black, nice, classic. Suits me really well. Cool. I get back home, after I stowed everything away, and I wanted to hang it in my wardrobe. That time I tried to sort it by color. So I'm going to that color, black, and I'm hanging it in there. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at this. This is so dark. This is so cool. The color, I mean. Excuse me. And I hang that new jacket there in the black section, only to see, oh, there is a black one. So I take that black one out to have a look, and I compare the tags. It's exactly the same size, same color, same style, and it's the same brand. Oh, bummer. I actually bought the exact same jacket again. That seems to happen actually quite often. My brush is not soaked up with water enough. So with entrepreneurship, or like finding your spark, or finding what lights you up, I used to start out with meal prep. I don't know if you've seen me on Facebook, if we've been friends like, I don't know, 5 or 6, 7, 8 years ago. I used to record myself in my kitchen, just, chit-chatting away, and there were actually people watching it. Then I thought, oh, I need to know more about nutrition, because if you do meal prep, wouldn't it be wise to also know something about nutrition? So I set out to become more educated, to kind of close this knowledge gap which I thought I need. So I mean, a whole story about shiny object syndrome, right? So then nutrition coaching with precision nutrition, which is really, really amazing, and it helped me a lot because eating normally was always quite a challenge for me until recently, until like 1 or 2 years ago, because of my eating disorder. So I tried that, sold some courses, but I thought, nah, let's do coaching. Then I did coaching, sold some coaching. I'm like, nah, let's not do that. Let's do, different kind of coaching. But first I have to fix my mindset. So then I set out, this is like just a very short summary, set out to change my mindset, and I went to Bali, and yay, everything amazing. Then I thought, hey, this is so cool. I really need others to know about this, and if they're struggling with the same stuff I'm struggling with, then they need to know this. So I did a little bit more of that kind of coaching. So it wasn't specific to eating and nutrition anymore. It was more like limiting beliefs, what's holding you back. And I still love to do that till today, because that's also what's happening with me every day. That, there are these thoughts popping up which are just, messing everything up and kind of keeping me stuck. And then I wanted to, improve my sales pages and all that. So then I did focus on copywriting, because I loved this methodical approach and how everything had a structure, everything had its place, and you would do research in a way that really, really suited my brain. A step-by-step process, basically. Me loving details, this was just great. So then I thought, hey, come on, let's write and help people to write sales pages and about me pages, and that was great. And then today, when I was talking to Kathy, something really dawned on me that was like, oof. And that was that I tapped into the same, I don't know what you call it, in the same, I don't want to call it mistake, but, missing the word here, but, it happened to me again. It happened again. It happened to me what I help other people to avoid, to kind of hide themselves, and hide themselves in order to not be heard. And in this particular example is, I really love coaching. Always enjoyed it, especially one-on-one. And when I set out to become a freelance copywriter and really went deep into that topic, I thought, now I'm a freelance copywriter, helping other coaches. But then today, I realized I was hiding. Like the guy from the Futur, he's amazing. And he also said, well, sometimes you're doing something because it feels safer. And I just realized that I was doing copywriting because it just felt safer. Have you, I don't know, can you remember if you've ever done that? That you knew that something else was the way to go, but somehow, for some reason, you chose a different path, and later on you realized that you chose that other path because you were worried, afraid, panicked, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of success. I mean, so many things bubble up. I was so surprised when I realized that that's what I was doing, because hanging out in your zone of expertise is something that's easy for you because you're good at it. But I believe your true calling, where you shine the most, is when you are in your zone of genius. When you're doing something that, while doing it, fills your cup. I landed in copywriting because I learned that I'm a mechanic, according to what's it called, this flow consulting, which I also do. A mechanic basically has a trait that they're very they're creative, but they also love systems. They like to take things apart and put them back together in new ways, in faster ways, easier ways, more playful, more gentle, more whatever, what's the goal. So it's hard for me to start on a blank piece of paper. But once there is something on the paper, it's really amazing for me to rearrange it, to group it differently. And for some reason, I thought, I'm going to try some colors now. I thought that copywriting would suit that more, and that this structure within, especially conversion copywriting, kind of is the answer to my personality type of being a mechanic. But now I'm starting to realize that I can also, and I knew that before, but only now it landed, that I can also sort thoughts. I can sort your thoughts. I can put them in a structure. I can, help you to find a new perspective without necessarily starting from zero, or without discarding everything what you've been doing so far, but just looking at it and looking at it from a different angle. And it's so funny that is also something my friend helped me with today. She was so surprised, if I understood correctly, that what she told me had such an impact. But yeah, that is what is so helpful. Not to try to fit into a specific path someone has in mind. Like this picture, I don't, like, my approach is not like, oh, do you see this black area? This is the one I see for you, and now as I fill in this color in this area, I'm thinking, okay, this is while I'm talking to you, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna put you and your thoughts in here. But there's this entire picture of it. There is so much there. So what I like to do is, play around in this garden and see, maybe how about when we go all the way over here and we try out a little bit here. How does that feel? Does that ring a bell? Or maybe just seeing, hey, do you see it's on the right of all your ideas? Does it need to be in the center? Does it deserve a place in the center? And I cannot tell you this, because I think it's important that you start to explore what is the right thing for you. I don't only believe in, okay, I'm just holding space and you talk and you find your answer. It's not therapy. I see myself, more of a sounding board, which also can give directions, or at least probing questions, so that you can explore different avenues of thought. And very often I find that you never come up with something completely new when you pivot. Your values usually stay the same, although of course there are exceptions. But if you value honesty, transparency, that's, I don't know, I would hope that doesn't really change, or I would assume, not hope, that's totally up to you, your values, your life. And very often it's just about rearranging everything a little bit. If this is what you had when you look at the picture, and this is what's all great, and you like all that shimmery here in the middle, but what could be the solution? And actually that's what my art teacher also explained to me. Sometimes it's really cool to just, like this, just turn it upside down. And suddenly you see so many different things. And also with art, I think there's also similarities. When someone else looks at the picture, you look at the exact same thing, but they see something completely different. And that is okay. You look at it, and of course they're allowed to see something different. And sometimes it's you allowing yourself to see something different. It's also like, usually when we are a little bit confused or overwhelmed, we don't necessarily want something new. We don't need to learn something new. Very often it's more that we need to be reminded of what we know already. Just because life got so busy, we forgot. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess my questions for you are: have you been also exploring many avenues because you were thinking that's the next big thing? If you're also a little bit ADHD, well, I guess your answer is yes. Because, yeah, it just seems like the right thing to do. You're excited, you feel energized, and you really dive into it like full immersion. Yeah, if that's familiar to you. Or maybe you explored different things because you thought whatever you were doing before doesn't really work. You felt that you need something different. And then the next question building on that would be, did you also get back to the beginning? Did you feel like, oh gosh, full circle? And you then realize that what you've started with is actually also what you would like to continue with? This is so glittery. This is so nice. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, let me try to zoom again. In the last videos I wasn't really too successful with that. Let's see how it goes. And then I need to focus. There. Maybe lift. There, how shimmery it is. I think it's beautiful. I can't wait until I feel like, okay, when I feel inspired to actually do another painting. Okay, great. Now I don't know where the sharp. I hope it's now. Yeah. I don't know. If you want to bounce ideas, let me know. Because that's really what I love to do. Be a sounding board and help, you know, to unpeel either like an onion or maybe one layer at a time. Think of an egg. And what I discovered with other people as well as with myself, it's like sometimes we have this glimpse of, oh my gosh, this is us, this is me, this is what it's all about, and then we let it go. Excellent. This is blue gold, green gold. This is more gold than green. And depending on if you know already what's your gift, your zone of genius, to know how, you know, if you're more of a, is your zone of genius more when you're talking to people? Does that fill your cup? Does that come easy to you and fills your cup? Or is it more, you know, like a community manager? Or is it more creating? You know, you come up with new ideas and you basically need a team around you who puts these ideas into reality and execute them. Or maybe you're like a star who loves the stage. Depending on what puts you into flow and what comes easy to you and then also fills your cup, I think that's what we need to focus on when choosing how we want to build our business, what will be, you know, the daily operations like. Do you prefer to be in front of the camera or in the back of the camera? And then, like what I learned, I thought, because I like systems, that copywriting, because it's so structured, suits me better than coaching. Because I thought coaching is not structured. Because to me, it just flows. It's, to me, it's very intuitive. But if I look closer at it, I know exactly what we're doing when. But since it comes so quickly to me and it kind of feels so organic, I kind of perceived it as being, you know, very organic, flowing, intuitive. There's definitely an intuitive part with it, but there is also structure. So there are really different ways how your gift can be wrapped. How you can use your gift to serve. Oh, I'm mixing colors. This is probably not good. How you're using your gift in serving others, and take your time would be my advice. Oh, what means take your time? Because they also say, hey, just fail forward, go, move, implement. Okay, so if you like momentum and you implement and you go and you kind of build your parachute on the way down, go for it, and then give yourself permission to readjust. You know, if your first solution is not the one you want to, you know, stay with for the next decade or even only a year, well, then change it. And if you are a thoughtful person who likes to think things through, well, then do that and be okay with that. I'm much of a person who's overthinking. I basically do everything in my head, and this format here to talk about it is, I guess, it's like the first time, like, holy smokes, I'm just putting something out there. There's no real direction. Purpose is have a break with me, calm down, maybe encourage you to find something, you know, like putting colors on a piece of paper, do coloring, do whatever. But besides that, and creating a podcast which hopefully soothes you, and at the same time maybe plants some seeds that you can then ponder upon, maybe let them grow, maybe decide this is not what you want to tend to, you have a different idea. If that happens while you're listening to this, I think, whoa, this is already amazing. And doing this without knowing how many people love this, although I did some research afterwards, after I did the first 4 videos. I don't know, this is the 5th or 4th or 5th. Yeah, it's just an example of just going with the flow. And funnily, I'm not talking about copywriting, although I could. I talk about what's going on in our minds. What are you talking about? What do you return to when you relax? Which topics are that? Is that maybe a new perspective you can also integrate into your business? Maybe you can do a brain dump of all your different perspectives. You know, like a Venn diagram, you have like so many circles, and you can then see where they overlap. Which circle do you want to overlap with the other one even more? And if you don't have a Venn diagram, maybe use Post-its and just, you know, write anything, everything, what sparks joy on these Post-its, and just see which one is most important to you. And maybe you end up with 3, maybe with 4. But then, which one is the main thing? What is the main thing you wanna talk about, or what you want to achieve? And how can the others fit together? You know, like a kaleidoscope. You start to shift it, and then there are new things coming out of it. And when you shift a little bit more, you find something that you like. But don't hesitate to shift it a little bit until you find a picture where you're like, oh my gosh, this is really, really nice. What are you doing at the moment? Are you also painting? Share, share, share. I don't know, okay, is this still on the paper? This is so interesting how it kind of crawls into the paper. It has a lot to do with how much water I put on this brush. And where I put the ink. I think that's so cool. Ooh. And I can go back and make it dark. And it kind of crawls in there. That's neat. Yeah, let me know. Are you at a crossroad? Are you at a cliff? Where are you? Are you wanting to change something? And will you just go ahead and change it? Or are you going to explore a little bit first in your mind and then change? I had this idea to find a new way how to explore how I can help people, or how I can help you decide if you need support. Because, you know, I know I need support, but what kind of support do I need? I mean, it's not always easy, especially when you're like in the forest. Like, I don't know, do you have the same saying in your language where you can't see the forest because of all the trees? But it's so much easier when you have someone you can turn to and work through this together. Can highly recommend to really connect with some peers. Oh, this is beautiful. I don't know if it's so beautiful thingy, but oof. Yeah, my recommendation is open up to your peers and friends, like the ones who know you anyways. They can help you to see things from a different angle. And usually they're kind, aren't they? So I think that's the best source to get some feedback, to have them reflect your thoughts. Oh, this is so pretty. All right. I guess this will be it for today. Change your perspective here and there. Shift it. When it's upside down, it looks so different, and have someone else turn it for you to show you what they think. You know, like oh, maybe you've tried that before. You have someone checking out your wardrobe and have them kind of pair whatever they think really goes together well. I think you'll be amazed how many new combinations you'll find. And that can be, you know, transferred to so many things, you know, if you're cooking, you know, when you're working out, but also your thoughts when you want to do something new in your business, or in your daily routines, or in your communication, whatever. Just have someone do it for you, so you can just have a look how it turns out, and to get gain some new perspectives. And please share away. Okay, that's it. Bye.